ba tayo dyan? Pwede ba tayo dyan? Ayaw mo? Sige. Sige. Pasensya ka na, kuya. Wala eh, ganun talaga eh. But this is gonna be the start of game number 3. The question is, will Twisted Minds repeat history from that first round? Or will Team Falcons finally get out of their losing slump after so long as they managed to reset in the second round?
Grabe yung mga roamers ngayon, no? Pero napilitan na si Owen. Gumamit ng kanyang flicker. So kahit pa paano, masabi natin hindi worth it yung ginagawa niya para makakuha ng 30 gold plus XP.
Wala pang second wave of minions. Level 2 na si Kolewal, si Ogwen. Ngayon pala makakabot. Straight of the roam boots sa ngayon. But it's I think yung ginawa dito ng Falcons na decision para dito sa Badang and the Jushin, magkiklear na talaga sila ng waves na as fast as possible.
Somewhat a very slow start right at the gold lane. Lots of activity are happening dito sa may bandang gitna as they are transitioning doon sa taas. Not a lot of action happening. Mapupunta kay Few yung XP na yon, and that is gonna be necessary. I repeat, those early skirmishes are really gonna be helpful pagdating doon sa unang turtle.
Lalong-lalo na para sa Falcons. Again, they have the Zushin na in compare against Kimi. Lamang talaga siya, lalong-lalo na sa mga first objective. So gusto kasi ng Falcons talagang tumagal sa mga team fights. Meanwhile for Twisted Minds, since meron silang isang kalaya dito, gusto nila ng aksyon, gusto nilang lumaban. At hindi na nga nakapag-ulti pa si Kyle PZ. Though kapalit din naman yon ang buhay ni Kaloy, pero nakadouble na agad si Sean. Gusto pa ng triple kill, pero ginagawan pa rin ni Flop ng paraan. Ng kaso lang hindi na enough yung sustainability niya para mabuhay ang that one. 3 for 1, favoring Twisted Minds.
3 kills na nakuha kaagad ng Twisted Minds, and 2 of those ay napunta kay Sean.
At yun yung sinasabi nating tricky scenario para sa Falcons. They had to ban the Kimi. Ilang beses nating sinabi na kailangan nila iban yun, but now they're suffering because of that.
Set up against Kyle TZ. Tinatry na burst down, pero final slash. Hindi na naman kukonekta. Mukhang ito na naman yung error na magkakaroon ng hindi maganda para dito sa Falcons. Pero ilalaban pa rin yung Turtles. Sila pa rin naman makakakuha niyan. Though mamamatay na si Kyle TZ. Free hit and killing spree na ngayon si Sean. This is going good para sa Twisted Minds. Maghahabol pa nga sila. Though hindi na itutuloy kasi alam nilang hindi madaling ulihin si Few.
Again, it was the turtle na na-secure nitong Team Falcons, but Twisted Minds, they had 2 kills at nadagdagan na naman yung kill score nitong si Sean.
That is gonna be difficult for Team Falcons to come back from this ulit. Again, nakakaano lang sila dito, naka-Fred rin. And it's not like nakakuha ng Granger etong si Super Marco. Yung kanyang power spike will be later on. And I'm not sure kung comfortable sa playstyle ang Team Falcons nung Moskov na sumasama agad sa Turtle 2 and sa Turtle 3 because otherwise they will lack the damage. Meanwhile, yung kabilang team, etong si Sean makakuha agad ng kanyang first item ng sobrang bilis. That will also mean na yung Sky Piercer niya na second item will come way faster. Etong Kimi na to, it's the biggest threat on the side of Team Falcons right now.
Fortunately for them though, Super Marco, kahit pa paano nakakasabay naman siya, even though this is a mid to a late game hero na hinahawakan niya, which is the Moskov. Granger mula kay Nosha is also doing its part to just simply hold down the line para sa Twisted Minds kasi yun lang naman ang kailangan nilang gawin eh. The major fights are gonna happen in at least 8 minutes or 9 minutes, and that is gonna be the major key. Pero si Sean naman, ang mamataan nila ngayon, and he evades and outplays all of them.
Medyo napalalim si Flop TZ. Though nandyan rin naman
Oh no.
Still
si
alive!
Few, pero buhay pa rin si Sean. Nagkamali yata doon ng Team Falcons.
Quite a miscalculation on their end. Sean escapes another threat mula sa Falcons.
And ladies and gentlemen, that's how you dodge the Arlot. Gagalo ka kaparap na sobrang lapit mismo dun sa hero, dun sa character box ng Arlot. At sinayawan ni Sean. Now he has concentrated energy. Mas matagal na siya sa laban.
Tapos ngayon, kalahati pa yung turtle. It's a 4-on-3 situation, making a 5v4.
Mukhang mag-set up na nga dito at nabalibag na si Flop TZ, pero nandun pa rin yung retry ni Kyle. Tutuloy pa rin dito ng Twisted Minds.
That's who?
Pagragasa against Falcons. Free hit na naman yung mga carries dito ng Twisted Minds. Hindi pa sila tapos. Si MP na King nakita, si Flop. Definitely hindi na nila itutuloy pa yun because they know that they won on that team fight. Even though na-secure ng Falcons yung Turtle at Super Makmak. Nilipat dito. Gusto ng Kawe, gusto ng trade. Unfortunately, his damage is not yet enough para mapabagsak yung mga damage dealers ng Twisted Minds.
Turtle taken, Twisted had some kills, pero Marco also able to get a turret and almost killing 2 on the middle.
Nakakuha din siya ng importanteng depensa dito sa mid lane. Eventually, this will fall dahil sobrang baba na rin talaga. But the fact that he bought time, tapos nakapag-clear pa siya ng isang wave of minions sa may gitna, will give him so much gold in return. Still, nakakalamang ngayon ang mga members ng Twisted Minds lane to lane sa kanilang mga nakakatapat when it comes to the gold. Not a good sight for Team Falcons to be in. But they don't have any choice. Sobrang komportable ng Twisted Minds sa mga heroes na nakuha nila. They have a very good draft around this CC in the XP lane. Tapos meron kang Kimi na now sobrang farm na rin sa laban ngayon. It's always an uphill climb now for Falcons.
Partida, hindi nag-Sky Piercer dito si Sean. Di ba? Concentrated energy yung gamit niya. Pero, looking at his KDA, 100% na naman siyang present sa mga team fights.
Yes.
And clearly for Falcons, yun na naman yung problema kailangan nilang pag-isipan eh. Paano nila huhulihin si Sean? And aside from Sean, ang dami pa nilang dapat isipin kasi nag-setup na nga dito si Kaloy. Hindi naman napaburst ang basta-basta si Oak and Final Slash. Kukonect ka sa mga miyembro ng Twisted Minds. Kaso lang, hindi enough yung damage output nila. Hindi enough yung damage output ng Team Falcons at enough naman sa Twisted Minds kasi tatlo na yung babagsak sa Team Falcons.
Oh, it's so difficult para sa Team Falcons na mahanapin itong si Nosha at si Sean. Yun yung kanilang punteriya mula nung una pa lang, but they managed to escape at sila yung napatay in the process.
And what this brings is Twisted Minds will get the turtle so freely. And the Team Falcons, yung kanilang draft na combination, itong Fredrin Arlot, yan, those two heroes alone, meron niyang combo. Pati na rin natin yung Jushin. But this Badang and this Moskov, unfortunately, will not contribute to the team fights. Walang outright damage ang Team Falcons. If hindi nakakahampas ng ultimate si Kaltizi, there is no impact from this Fredrin. So far, yan ang pinipigilan ng Twisted Minds. Hindi nakakahanap ng angulo itong si Kaltizi na makakuha ng magandang appraiser's draft.
I mean, yes, the Turtles, majority of those ay napupunta sa kupunan ng Team Falcons, but right before that, dahil doon niya ginagamit ang kanyang ultimate, tila ba nauubusan ng options ang Team Falcons dito. Making Twisted Minds kind of included there as well.
Nagunsin sila dito pero makakaset up na nga. Kaso lang may Purify na gagamitin si Q. Pero doon sa likuran dito ng Falcons, wala na si Super Makmak. At mukhang makakasecure na naman ng dalawa. Ngayon si Sean, killing spree pa para kay Nosha. Mag-isa na lang ngayon si Ogwen. Rekta na sa mga tore ang Twisted Minds.
4 for none, target shooting para sa Twisted Minds and they want to go for it all the way. Pero meron pa namang energy shield, so that is gonna be a breather for Team Falcons. Pero tila hindi sila pinapahinga ng Twisted Minds.
Di tayo nasa dangerous grass, pero yung dash doon na ni Kaltizi on that specific bush, many call it as right eye or yung right bush in the mid lane. Pagka-dash ni Kaltizi, na-reveal lahat ng members ng Twisted Minds. And dahil dun sa simula na yun for Falcons, hindi na sila nakarecover sa positioning. Twisted Minds just run them over with a better counter initiation mula sa Twisted Minds. At yung draft that works perfectly for them. Falcons, this is an Everest level of uphill climb for them.
Sobrang hirap abutin nun. Sobrang hirap i-hike nun para dito sa Falcons. Meanwhile, for Twisted Minds, yung mga key players nila, yung mga damage dealers nila, and right now, especially Sean and Nosha, nadagdagan pa kasi ng isa si Lansu.
Right.
Binabalagbag niya din. Si Lansu na rin mismo, kaya niya rin kasing umunaw ng mga miyembro dito ng Falcons. Literal, na kahit sinong atakihin nila sa Falcons, kaya nilang patayin. May Spear of Destruction, pero nakaiwas naman doon ang Twisted Minds. So for Falcons, literal na sa ngayon, hindi pa talaga nila kayang lumaban against Twisted Minds.
7.1k 3K gold. Ang hinahawakan ngayon ng Mines against the Falcons Nest. It's Team Falcons na tila, kumakapit sila ngayon sa kanilang mga tore. They are hanging on to that lane game insurance na meron itong si Super Marco, who only died once but also hasn't done a lot of things else. And that is gonna be the situation na kanilang kinabibilangan ngayon. Twisted Minds, very clean, very calculated. Lansu having those access pagdating sa ating backlines. And this is gonna be the story. Energy shields are now out para sa gitna. Doon ngayon magmamarcha ang Lord.
When it comes to the defense para sa Falcons, they do have the advantage of the flying clouds. Pero kung wave clear, baka kapusin sila.
Uy, na-flicker! Sabay tsunami slam! Si Kaloy ang nakita niya, si Flap TZ ang unang mawawala sa Team Falcons. Ito na ba ang katapusan? Pero sa likuran ha, nandyan din naman si Ogwen. Si Ogwen na makakakita ng dalawa. May setup kaso walang follow-up. Hindi pa enough yung damage output nila. And Sean, once again, free hit lang dun sa likuran. Wala pa namang minions pero may parating. Pero dun sa gilid, medyo malalim na yata dito ang Twisted Minds. So that is going to be a 2-for-2 trade papabor sa isang magandang defense ang ginawa ang ginawa ng Team Falcons.
Naglalayag pa ang Team Falcons. Their wings are still flapping. They're not giving up this game against Twisted.
Or what Ogwen did was to prolong the game. Ang ganda naman ng initiation niya doon. But as mentioned, damage, hindi pa kakayanin. Actually, medyo scary nga dahil si Super Marco hindi tumama yung kanyang sibat dun sa initiation ni Ogwen. Buti na lang dun sa may likuran may natira pang member ng Twisted Minds, which was Sean. And now Super Marco is able to get at least another, a lot of damage for his team, eventually punishing ito si MP the King. But like we said, malayo-layo pa ang hahabulin dito ng Falcons.
Alam mo, Wolf Curti, yun yung mga mahihirap na sitwasyon kailangan mataas talaga yung kumpiyansa mo. Kailangan i-risk mo lahat because all the odds are stacked against Team Falcons right now. Nahihirapan sila na hanapin itong si Sean, even si Nosha, both of them being unscathed. Hindi pa nagagalusan at this point in time. So, they have to make those calculated risks na, sige, sabihin natin hindi tumama, but if they make a mistake, kaya pa nating mag-punish. We'll be able to at least catch up to the gold.
Yun yung maganda. Kasi even though that they're behind still, naghahanap pa rin sila ng play. Naghahanap pa rin sila ng paraan dito para makabawi sa laban. And yung kaninang almost 8K gold lead, kahit pa paano nag-shrink na into 7K. Kumbaga, 1,000 pa rin yung nakuha nila kahit sa isang maliit lamang na play. Ang kaso lang, magkakaroon ng Lord. So, paano to atakihin ng Team Falcons?
I mean, there's already the situation at hand here. Buti na lamang na hindi pa gaanong, or hindi pa nababasag at all yung mga inhibitors, pero andyan na, mabilis na parang wala nangyari.
Bilis lang na burst down, pero si Owen dun sa likuran. Nakahuli nung dalawa, kaso lang hindi pa rin enough yung damage out nila. Pero super makbang, nakita si Nosha. At ngayon, delikado na ang buhay ng Twisted Minds. Wala na si Sean at si Nosha. Free hit na super makmak, securing the double. Naghahanap pa ng pangatlo. At si MP na King hindi na siya makakagulong at hindi na makakatakas pa. Super makmak with the 3 kills. Team Falcons, inyo na yung Lord. Basta amin yung mga buhay nyo.
Super Marco with a superhero entrance. Nalanding niya sa tamang tempo, saving the day and keeping things alive for Falcons right when Twisted got the Lord.
At ang importanteng sidekick, Ogwen, going from the backlines with a concealed plate flicker. At nung siya ay nabigyan ng Twisted Minds, may parting shot pa siya. Nag-set up pa siya ng pader. At doon sinibat ni Super Marco yung huling target niya for that extra stun. Never underestimate the heart of the champions. Falcons nagpapakita na mayroon pang natitira, mayroon pa talagang laban.
Meron pa nga talaga, never say die para sa Falcons. At kitang-kita natin, even though na ganito yung mga KDAs nila, parang wag nyo nang pansinin yan Ang mahalaga, naghahanap pa rin talaga sila ng paraan dito para makabawi sa laban. And if we're gonna talk about yung kalamangan na meron yung Twisted Minds, kanina 8K, naging 7K, ngayon 2K na lang. Slowly but surely, nakakahabol na ang Team Falcons.
But they have the sense of urgency. Itong Twisted Minds, they've made some stops possible. Hindi nila basta binibigay yung mga major objectives and they held on to that lead for so long. Taking a look at this instant replay, just what exactly happened here?
Yeah, so initiation coming out from Ogwen at yun yung parting shot niya na meron pa siyang wall na set up. Lance was taken out because of that. At syempre si Few nabuhat na nga doon si MP the King. At that point, Super Marco is a threat. And actually ngayon, pwede mo na siyang i-write off that Falcons have equalized. In fact, itong mid lane push ng Twisted Minds, ito yung mga tipong hindi masyadong malaki yung factor when it comes to the late game Lord Dances. Usually, yung opposite lane ang nagiging malaking factor kapag nakakuha yung inhibitor. So ngayon, manageable to para sa Team Falcons. Demon Hunter Sword picked up by Sean. Interesting talaga ang mga pangyayari dito sa mga members ng Twisted Minds. Pati yung itemization, tinatwist nila eh.
Oo, ano?
Very, very unusual eh. There's the sort of twist, tama nga si Wolf, that a twist in the items, twisting the game, just like what Coach Bonchan has mentioned. They're putting out all the possible stops para mapigilan nila yung posibleng comeback dito ng Falcons na ngayon. Less than 1,000 gold na lamang ang hinahabol. Lansu had some access in the back line. MP the King taking so much damage pero tinatangke niya yun para makapag-proc ng basic attack yung iba sa mga members ng Twisted. But now, the Lord is here. Can they actually make it happen?
Ganda ng
Ngayon
pwesto
si
ulit.
Lansu nakita na itong si Ogwen. Hindi ka na pwedeng umulit, Ogwen, sabi ni Lansu.
Natuto na. Sorry, Kuya Ogwen, pero mukhang natuto na rin dito ang Twisted Minds. So this is gonna be a Lord Dance na naman. Si KLTC, bibitaw muna ng onte, pero mukhang bait out na si Lansu. Paulit-ulit niyang chinecheck yung brush doon sa may bandang ibaba.
Sigurista eh, no? Hindi na pwede yan. Para sa kanila ngayon, Lansu also being the frontliner for them, joined by Kaloy as well. 60%, make it 50 on the Lord. Nakapit-kapit pa rin nitong si MP the King. Falcons slowly approaching, but that is gonna be a reset na may conceal na naman. Nag-iisip si Ogwen kung babanatan niya na ba. Lansu's not gonna go for it. Instead, they go for the other.
Si Pew yung nakita nila, Crimson Beacon out, buhay pa rin naman. At ngayon, napapatay na nila si Nosha. And this is going bad para sa Twisted Minds. Pero nakaka-free hit pa rin naman si Sean. Nakaka-free hit pa rin si MP the King at si Lansu. Securing two members of Falcons. At bukas nakatapusin na nila yung laban. Pero sabi ni Super Makmak, hindi pwede. Hindi pwedeng matatapos basta-basta yung laban. 2 for 2 trade na naman.
May parang basketball kung hindi 5v5 gawin nating 3x3. Dalawa na naman ang nawala sa parehas na teams.
And the flying clouds will allow them to reposition once again.
Ang bilis.
Mas maganda naman talaga yung pagkakasetup ng lanes dito para sa Falcons, especially that top lane. But because of the flying clouds, madali madedepensahan ni Sean. And also, despite losing, etong si Kyle TZ, Twisted Minds na hanap nila si Nosha. The only problem with the double marksman setup,
May isa
nakalaban na Falcons is may isa pang problema, which was Sean
Yes.
in that scenario.
Sean.
Sobrang ano din eh, commendable din yung ginagawa ni Few. Actually, parang hindi nga siya hindi siya natatakot na ihain yung sarili niya because he knows that he has the Purify tapos Crimson Beacon out lang. 'Di ba? Nakita natin nung nabuhay siya, yun yung doon nagsimula na nakapag-counterplay ang Falcons. And for Twisted Minds, ang maganda na lang na nangyari is that meron pang Sean. 'Di ba? Pero imagine if isa lang yung marksman nila, 'di ba? Pero wag niyo na imagine kasi dalawa naman yung marksman nila.
Yeah, and all of them are alive at this point. 50% na lamang, bumababa pa unti-unti pero si Lansu nandun habang sinuzon yung ibang members ng Twisted Minds.
Pinaburst down yung Lord, si Ogwen hindi naaabot pa. Pero sa taas sa taas nandun si Super Makmak, sabay lipat dito, nagkaroon ng Winter Crown. Pero mai-stun si Nosha. Pero nandiyan naman si Kaloy
Marco!
I-save yung kakampi niya, kaso lang hindi enough. Mo naman, gustong dumipensa, gustong ipaghigante yung mga kaibigan niya, but definitely para sa Falcons, makakasecure sila ng tatlo kahit na yung Lord ay nasa Twisted Minds.
Tila matagal na hinintay. Gusto nang makamit ng Team Falcons ang kanilang minimiti, which is to get out of that losing streak. 30 seconds para kay Kaloy, 15 para kay Lansu, 20 for Nosha. I don't think it's gonna be enough, but the momentum is definitely on their side as MP the King has nowhere else left to go but go to the other side of the base. He goes down sa kamay ng Team Falcons.
Twisted Minds will have defense. Nevertheless, fortunately para sa kanila, tumagal pa rin yung post-Lord team fight. Kaya naman magre-respond yung mga importanteng members. Gonna be a 5v5 defense ng Twisted Minds. But Falcons and Ogwen, yun talaga pang lilikod. Yung nagiging bentahe ng Falcons.
Wolf, nasabi mo kanina, Tila ba Mount Everest ang kailangan hakbangin, kailangan akyatin ng Team Falcons. But if they continue their flight, just like the Falcons that they are, they now have the lead, 2.5K. Pero ito, yung importante na pwede nating mapansin, wala pang nababasag na inhibitor turret mula sa Twisted Minds. Their lanes are still intact. Posible pa silang maagawa ng mga risky plays if they want to, but more risks are actually happening for Team Falcons.
Embra King ang nakita dito, pinahal splash,
Uy!
tapos si Kaloy, naka-set up pero may purify naman ni Super Marco, pero mag-ahabol pa rin ang Twisted Minds.
At sa kabila!
Dalawang laban ang nangyayari at mukhang may immortality lang na magpapapit
He
lang
joins the
easy.
party!
Pero wala na naman yung double marksman dito ng
Whoa!
Twisted Minds. And this is going good para sa Team of Falcons.
Oh!
Mukhang ito ang simula sa pagtatapos ng lose streak. Ito ang simula sa pag-secure ng wipeout against Twisted Minds.
All smiles for Team Falcons. The drought is over. Ang Falcons lilipad na namang muli.